Phil, we've landed here today in Holland for our 2 games against Groningen tomorrow. But let's take you back to the start of the week, a pre-season behind closed doors friendly against Shrewsbury Town. How did that go, and what did the lads get out of it?
Yeah, pleased with the game. It was a good workout for us. Won 3-0, which is always a bonus. But yeah, we had the behind closed doors game on Saturday after coming back from New Zealand, and it was a good progression for us. We needed a competitive game. It's always going to be have a bit of an edge against Shrewsbury, and it was good. Obviously, they're preparing for the season, so they sent down the kind of fringe players and some good youngsters. So it was a competitive match for us, and I felt we got a decent benefit from it.
With those behind closed doors games and the Wrexham down under tour, where do you think the squad are in pre-season so far? Yeah,
we're where we want to be in terms of minutes. Obviously tomorrow's an important day, which we'll come to in a minute. Generally pleased with the game time everyone's had. The training's been good, even when we first landed in Australia, and a bit difficult the first few days with jet lag, but I thought the lads were outstanding really in terms of their attitude to get on with it, and so generally we've been pleased. 1, with the condition the lads came back in, and 2, with how they've worked over the pre-season.
In terms of specific players and their injuries, could you maybe talk a little bit on Jay Rodriguez, Sam Smith and Ollie Rathbone's update so far? Yeah,
first of all, Jay, really feel for him. He was playing with an injury towards the end, the last few games of the season, and he came back into pre-season and it was still concerning him, and we've subsequently found he's got a stress fracture, so he's in a boot for a couple of weeks, and then we're going to have to assess that after that. So frustrating for him, because no player wants to miss pre-season, but it is obviously a setback. Sam Smith, obviously the supporters will see that he didn't figure any of the games in Australia or New Zealand. Had quite a serious problem. We found a tumour in his calf, but great news is that's all cleared up now, and he's back in training, and we'll play some part tomorrow, which will be great to see him back on the pitch. And obviously Ollie came out the boot this week, saw the specialist. At the moment we don't think it needs surgery, but it's still going to be an extended period out of action, which is obviously a great frustration for Ollie and for us.
And in terms of incomings, today we announced the signing of Cody. Just what can Connor bring to the group?
Yeah, I feel Connor's an important signing for us. He's got great experience at Premiership level, Championship obviously, and international level, and having that kind of mentality and that strength of character and that quality, I feel Connor's going to be a great addition for the group.
Now this, our first European fixture in pre-season. Can you talk about why we're in Holland and why we're playing Groningen with 2 games tomorrow? Yeah,
I think it's a good opportunity to explain to our supporters, that the logic behind this fixture. First of all, as everyone knows, we've relayed our pitch, kind of completely revamped the pitch to bring it into UEFA standard, and we needed to give that more time to bed in. So we couldn't have a home game on Saturday, and obviously the first division, second division kind of all start as well, so we couldn't play any of those teams. And to get a Premiership team away from home is obviously a very difficult challenge. So the best option, and it was really important for us to get good opposition tomorrow. That was the key, was over here. And then we arranged the game, and then for police reasons there was no away fans allowed, which obviously I know many of our supporters would have liked to seen us play in Europe, but unfortunately we had to take the fixture because we needed a game against quality opposition, and I feel Groningen will give us that. And then we kind of liaised with them about having a day where we have 2 games, so everybody in the squad gets 90 minutes, and that's really important because it means we don't have to have a game on Tuesday leading into Saturday, because sometimes at this stage of the pre-season you get to the week and you feel players are still low on minutes, and you have another game on the Tuesday, but the ability to have 2 games tomorrow kind of eliminates that, and we'll mix the teams up a little bit, and the first game's in the morning at the training ground, the second one is at the stadium, so the aim tomorrow is to get as many players as possible through 90 minutes.
And with just a little over a week now until we kickstart our EFL Championship campaign for the first time in 40 years, how much are you looking forward to that challenge?
Yeah, listen, it's incredibly exciting for everybody. I said that in day one, and I think day one of pre-season is always good kind of judgment, and one, how hard have the lads worked off season, but two, I could sense there was a real air of anticipation around the club, and so there should be, because we're going into a great division. And are we ready yet in terms of where the squad needs to be? Probably not, but we're getting closer to it, and there's a lot of work been going on, as everybody's seen with the signings. Obviously the challenge was when we were in Australia and New Zealand, and I can imagine the supporters were thinking, what is going on, are we bringing any players in? And then we're able to line signings up for when we came back, and obviously we've added Connor this week as well. So yeah, the squad is getting there, and I think we've got to be excited about the season. It's an amazing challenge for everybody. I'm looking forward to being on the touchline with our supporters again, away from home. First of all, I'm back at the Stoke Harras Stadium. You kind of have that period in the summer where you enjoy a break, and then you start missing the buzz of match day, and I think we're all getting to that stage and we're ready for action.
Thank you, Phil.